Hi everyone, this is Pippin Williamson. In this quick tutorial, I'm going to show you how to write a shortcode function that will allow you to query posts from the database based upon a custom taxonomy as well as a list of terms within that taxonomy. And then we're going to display those posts within a list. The idea behind the shortcode is that we will be able to display posts from any taxonomy anywhere we want on our WordPress site, whether it be on a page, another post, etc. So what I'm going to do is just walk you through the code really quickly. I've made this full function will be available as a plugin, available as a free download to all members, and it will be found at the bottom of the tutorial. So first what we're going to do is we have our opening function, which you can see right here, and we're simply setting up two parameters, the attributes and the content. This is a very standard shortcode function in the way that it's set up, so I'm not really going to explain too much about that or how the parameters for the shortcodes work. That's for another tutorial. But anyway, so what we're doing is we're setting up two parameters for our shortcode, tax and terms. And we're also giving the tax parameter a default of category, because what we want to do is pull from the default post categories in the case that no taxonomy is provided. Then we've also specified that terms is blank because we're not going to limit it to any specific term unless we specify one. Okay, next what we're going to do is here we're doing a quick if check that says if the terms variable is not blank, we are then going to check it, and we're going to take each one of those terms that's specified and place it into an array. The first thing that we have to do though is we're going to use this strip post function on the variable to check whether or not there's a comma used in the terms parameter. The reason for this is because if there's only one term given, then we don't need to place the terms in an array. If there are multiple terms given, as in separated by a comma, then we need to take each of the terms and use the explode function to place them into an array. So that's what we've done here. We're also leaving the terms variable name the same, so that when we pass it to our tax query, we don't have to change the name or do any crazy if checks. Okay, next we get down to the tax query, and this is the actual parameter for the getPost function that's going to pull in from a specific taxonomy. So what it is it's an array within an array, and it has a couple fields. First is taxonomy, which you will see is set to the tax parameter from our shortcode as set up here. Next is the terms, which is taking either a string or an array depending on the number of terms given. And then after that is saying that we're going to look for in slugs. So the terms parameter for the shortcode is going to accept slugs, the terms slugs. Next, we're going to actually set up the display output for the function, which is starting it with an unordered list. And next, we set up a quick array for the get post arguments, and that's simply passing the tax query that we set up with the arrays just up above. You can see that all right here. Immediately after that, we set up a variable called post, and this is actually going to receive the post that our get post function retrieves. Next, if we have the post, we're going to go in here and display the title and the permalink for each post using a for each function, and that will display the title with it linked to its each post's respective page. And then we're going to do an else check that says if there were not any post found, let's display a no post found error. And then the last thing we do is return our display string, which will actually show the entire list of posts and return it to the website. And the very last thing is to add the shortcode query post and then pass the function handle to it. So that's the entire function, and you see that once we have that active on our site, we can use a shortcode just like this. Query post, the taxonomy is category. In this case, category wouldn't be necessary because that's actually the default, but just to show you how it works, because I don't have any custom taxonomy set up at the moment, I'm going to go ahead and pass that in there. And then we'd give it terms, and you can either do one or multiple, and you see that I've used the slugs for the categories, feature and portfolio separated by a comma. And once we do that, they look like this, our post list, post 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. It's pretty cool. It's really not that complicated. The function itself is pretty simple to write. It's really lightweight. It works anywhere in your WordPress post, your page, etc. I've made the full plugin available as a free download for members if you want to take a look at it. I hope you like it. Thank you very much.